Today I thought I'd talk about another deck that I've been having a lot of fun with. I think most folks are playing Vader Green, which is a strong deck for sure, but requires you to have 3 Vaders. This deck is another budget deck, but it's actually quite good despite being on a budget. The only legendary is Force Lightning, and this is pretty optional. It doesn't lose a whole lot if you swap that out for more, open fires or Imperial Interceptors. And it's very much a control deck, and the idea is that it's really a direct damage deck that may also create some card advantage. So early in the game, you're looking to play Death Star Stormtroopers and Inferno 4s and dig for what you want, and use Vader's ping as often as possible. Make an Opening, I think, is a really interesting card. Normally, in most decks, I think this card is pretty bad. For 3, it gives a unit -2, and heals 2 damage from your base. But in this deck, it's amazing. Normally, that -2 isn't enough to kill anything important. But when you start getting some Vader pings or damage from a Death Trooper, all of a sudden it kills 3 or 4 health units and heals 2 damage from your base. So it's actually phenomenal against aggro and X, basically like another removal. And you'll see that there is a ton of direct damage in the deck. So Imperial Interceptors do 3 damage to space units. The Ruthless Raiders deal 2 damage to a unit and a base when they play and leave. Seventh Sister is a Saboteur. When she hits base, she deals 3 damage to a ground unit that they control. Fifth Brother can ping damage. So all of these cards, Open Fire as well, Vader's Lightsaber when you play it, all of those cards are dealing damage in little onesie twosie increments. And the idea is basically you're going to keep the board clear so that Power of the Dark Side can hit their really big units. So if they're resourcing to 5 or 6 and they have no units on the board, you've done your job. Hopefully you've held your Power of the Dark Side to that point, and you're going to hit their leader or you're going to hit something really, really big. Other ways to help do that, Force Choke in a pinch, right? So you can take something out that's pretty big to also play Power of the Dark Side. Force Throw is amazing. You can force throw your own Emperor Palpatine at something. You can force throw from their hand to make sure that you're not getting too far behind on cards. And the deck does like to finish, right? So once we get to our 7 resource turn, we want to bring out Vader. We want to, put a lightsaber on him if possible. But we want to start swinging at base, using his damage to kill units, especially if we're up against something like an Iden or a Palpatine deck, because those decks actually might have a better high end than us if they are playing Avenger or Devastator. And we really want the game to end on the turn that we're at 7 or 8 resources. Forced Surrender can help us if that gets out of hand. And so that's part of why that's in there. Most of the time, this is a resource. Force Choke is a resource a lot of the time, but it can help you really turn the tables. If you get a little bit behind, you can Force Choke and then Power of the Dark Side, and you're right back in it. Force Lightning is a good one. It is worth noting that this whole block, Force Throw and Force Lightning, is way more effective if you have a Force unit, right? So that's part of why the Guardian of the Wills is here. It's very possible that your opponent just kills them and trades into value there. And again, most of the time that would be bad, but we don't care that much because we're playing Vader. So if they, use their 3/3, their Battlefield Marine to kill our Guardian of the Wills, we'll just ping them with Vader later, and we'll still protect our Power of the Dark Side. If they don't kill our Guardian of the Wills, then they turn on all the Force Throws, Force Lightnings, and Force Chokes, and they can swing a fallen lightsaber or Vader saber just fine as well. So it's actually a really fun deck to play. I'm really quite enjoying it, and I think it's more competitive than it looks. Vader Green is certainly exciting, but I've been having a lot of success with this one. So I hope you enjoy it.